Concessions.
The Smashing Machine. An MMA fighter, Mark Kerr, played by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, reaches the peak of his career but faces hardship along the way. This movie is starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Emily Blunt, and directed by Benny Safid. This movie is about Mark Kerr's career in a sense, but it definitely follows more of like the issues that he had in his career. Whether, he was undefeated and he loses a match and then drugs start coming in, to numb the pain and, so they can go on with his next match. And then, throughout the movie, it's a lot of him arguing with his girlfriend, like a lot, like right before fights or, the night before fights, and she's leaving, and then next thing you know, she's back in the gym, and like that's a huge chunk of this movie. Surprisingly, this isn't the Mark Kerr story of how you see his career take off, and the details of that. You don't get that in this film. You just get him arguing with his girl. Like, I wonder how she feels about this movie, because I'm like, that's kind of like, the main thing in this movie, just them arguing back and forth, and there's like shots of details of him fighting, and shots and small details of him, training and dealing with his coach and his team is upset because he's always arguing with his girlfriend. Like, I did not expect this from the movie. I was expecting, not to say that I didn't learn anything about Mark Kerr, but like I was expecting to see like, I guess like a regular autobiography. I guess like if you could comparing this movie to like The Iron Claw or like The Wrestler, something like that. It's that was the comparison I had in my head, but it's just not that, But I will say, I gotta give it to The Rock. I mean, Emily Blunt is gonna, she's gonna bring it. She's one of them ones. But The Rock, I gotta say, the transformation in this movie, not only with the way that he looked, but this style of acting was absolutely incredible. The Rock did his thing. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. I'm not mad at him for this film. This movie did not make the budget that it was supposed to, but I give it to The Rock for taking a chance to stepping outside of his comfort zone to do something a little more serious and bring a performance that people didn't think that he had, I definitely encourage him to do that more. I'm always rooting for The Rock, and I loved his performance in this movie. It was absolutely incredible. It just wasn't the Mark Kerr story that I thought that I was going to get. If you want a real Mark Kerr story, go to YouTube and type his name in, and you'll find a documentary that'll give you more details about his career, rather than this movie that gave you more about his downfall or his issues with his relationship. That's what I'll say. And this movie, man, I can't even lie to you, man. I gotta give it a I gotta give it trash, to be honest with you, because it just wasn't what I was expecting. This movie's trash. Trash. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm rooting for The Rock. Keep doing your thing, man. Keep going outside of that, comfort zone, and do more of these movies. And hey, if it doesn't work out, guess what? You got Jumanji 3. They're filming Jumanji 3. It's coming out now. That's not going to fail. Do what you got to do, my man. The Smashing Machine. Did you guys enjoy the movie? Have you seen it? Please leave it in the comments below. Let me know how you feel. This is not what I expected. It wasn't it. And I'm very disappointed in the film, but not with The Rock. So, thank you guys for watching. I'm Coop. I'm out. Peace.
Coops Concessions.